Hi guys, good morning. How are you all doing? Dare I ask? So I'm yet again reminded of the Harry Potter movies, especially anything from the Order of the Phoenix, really. And yes, okay, they're movies, and yes, okay, it's Hollywood, and yes, okay, it's this, that and the other, but you know, I don't care. I believe what Ducky, the Green Wizard, has often stated, that we put these things there for ourselves as markers, as a kind of guidance. Certain films or books or stories, fairy tales, colours, smells, sounds resonate with us in a big way and guide us, give us succor, help us, you know. And for me, Star Wars has always been big, and Harry Potter is very meaningful. Now, the channel called Noose, which I posted a link to this channel a couple of videos back, but I will do so again today, posted an incredible bit of footage where he's been filming the skies above where he lives, and it's quite obvious what's in the sky. These are demonic faces. In fact, just like in Harry Potter, you know, when you get the death's heads in the sky. And I think we can all agree that when we're being brutally honest with ourselves, we've been feeling as if we're being sucked the life out of by the fucking Dementors. I know, I feel that way. What I feel, and I'm just going to be honest about it, and please do not, you know, leave comments saying, oh, take this supplement or do this meditation, guys. Okay, please trust that I know how to conduct myself and how to support myself, as indeed I trust you can do the same. Because I get a bit tired of that. I know people mean well, I know you do, and some suggestions are very good and very helpful, but often enough, you know, especially now, I feel it's time for us to go within, to focus on our own journey, on the work that we each individually need to do. You know, if your intuition guides you to give advice to somebody, but if it's pure and true intuition, then go ahead. But if it's fear-based, because you do not trust yourself, therefore you do not trust other people's journeys either, then you need to go and address that. Anyway, having said that, the golden seal suggestion was good. I went and got some. And magnesium, actually, in high doses is very good. It's what I've been doing. I've been taking a lot of magnesium. I've really upped the ante with that. And it's helped this tooth problem that I had, which has now been resolved. Very good. Anyway, rambling. Eva has upped the ante in a massive way. And what I have been feeling, and I know other soul travelers have been feeling this as well, is, well, I call it the fear construct. But that is just a very pallid kind of terminology for it, because what I've been feeling actually can't really be put into words, and I think that in and of itself is a bit of a problem, because when you can't really put something into words, you cannot communicate it with each other. Now, if you were telepathic, you'd be able to do that. You would use emotions. You could say, this is how I feel, and this other person would go, oh right, I get it. Or you could show them images, anything. But even that was taken away from us, because once upon a time, of course, we were completely telepathic, and there was no need for actual language, and we didn't use it much at all, but there you go. That was taken away from us. So we're left with this really fucking clunky, stupid thing called language. Suffice it to say, Daphne, from Daphne Reloaded, posted a link to a fantastic gold mine. I think it's a gold mine. And it's been the shattering of yet another glass ceiling. So I thank you, Daphne, for doing that, because that was fantastic. It's been a really big thing for me here. It's a channel by a guy called Jay Reed. So I will post another link to his channel below this video as well. This is a guy, you can tell he's brimming with empathy. This is a good man, because there's a lot of people doing videos about narcissism, but it's very shallow type of shit, as in fake persona, like 3 ways to get your own back on the narcissist. Like that matters. No, that's not it. That's not where it's at. Again, this is distractionary NPC fucking bullshit. They mimic everything we fucking do. It's like, what the fuck? How to play the narcissist at their own game. Well, if you're not a narcissist, you're not going to do that. So, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Anyway, again, I digress. Jay Reed. This is a man who has empathy. He is easy on the eye, by the way, in a way, sort of thing. But, you know, that's hardly hardly here nor there. But anyway, he talked. There's several videos in which he talked about the scapegoat. The scapegoat, the narcissistic childhood. And I watched these videos. I watched them several times. And I also watched the one he did about shame, because I misunderstood shame. I have to admit this. I thought shame was something else. I equated it with sexuality. I equated it with the way we look. I equated it with that sort of thing. You know, when an NPC or some nasty malevolent fucker humiliates you, which they love to do, by the way, and they've done it to me many times in my life, you feel shame, you know. It's like you just want to disappear, shrink. The way Jay talks about shame, it is bigger. He said, and he totally hit the nail on the head here. He said it's like you're all alone in the black coldness of space. That is exactly what it feels like. And it is, in fact, the exact experience I had when I had a toke of that oil that I talk about in Facing and Feeling the Fear at the Core video. So that's where this all began. The cycle that I'm currently alchemizing began there. So go watch that video if you want. It's up to you. Because that was it. That was the shame construct. I call it the fear construct, but it is much more multifaceted like that. Multifaceted in a very, very dark, malevolent, evil way. It is what evil has done to every soul traveler, whether they are aware of that as yet or not. It is exactly like that. My childhood was a micro version of what happens in this realm, in the macro version. Soul travelers come into this, I feel, to totally understand the be-all and end-all of evil. What it is, why it is, what it does, how it does, etc., etc. Know thine enemy. It's a bit like Lao Tzu, the art of war. I mean, there are, again, you know, I don't believe in war, but hey, we are in a war here. Let's face it, guys, whether we like it or not, we are in it. And we are having to fight. We don't fight conventionally. We don't fight the way evil has taught us to fight, but we are in a war and there's no doubt about it. And if we are not vigilant now and doing the sacred work, we may fall prey to its malevolent machinations, not owning our shit and allowing it to run our show, which, oh boy, it loves to do that, in fact. So I watched these videos by Jay Reed over and over again, and it showed me my childhood very clearly, very clearly. Now, my childhood really was an unspeakable horror of a nightmare, and I have absolutely no fucking idea how I'm even sat here, how I'm able to do this video, and how far I have come. Oh boy. You see, he talks about why we are targeted in childhood by these people that choose to have a child so that they can brutalize and manipulate and gaslight the fuck out of it. That seems to be the only objective in them having a child. If that isn't pure evil, I don't know what is. I've lost my thread here. But my mother was a devil. She was a fucking devil. And I have existed in a state of CPTSD for the longest time, until I began to go within and heal my inner, which has taken many years and a great shitload of very fucking hard work and brutal honesty and standing my ground and facing the darkest of the dark. Because what happens is that you come into this realm and you have this parent that they really aren't parents at all. They are your tormentors. You are in hell and they are the demons assigned to torment you. And because you choose to come in here to experience this module, let's call it the game of love, let's say. The game of duality, where love becomes a prize all of a sudden, becomes the great liberator, that which you seemingly have completely lost and doesn't exist, but you gain back again, because that is what this is all about. It's a hero's quest kind of thing. You know, we have all these stories, don't we, that exist in the external that show us that. Anyway, so it starts off with you giving away all your power to the narcissist parent. It is the imperative to your survival. You are there with your back against the wall. The illusion is born there. The illusion is that you are so worthless you don't deserve to exist. This is the beginning of the building of the fear construct or the shame construct. You know, I am all alone forever and ever and ever, surrounded by demons. The most horrific, horrible fear that you can ever be. That is it. That's it. That's it. Because the narcissist, that devil, that demon, calling itself your parent, has projected all their filth onto you and into you. That is the hell contagion. They are a minion of what I call the psychopathic frequency or the black hand. The energy that they emit, as it were, and put into you is the dark generator. It's that frequency that pulses out saying you're so worthless, you don't deserve to exist, you're guilty, you're bad, you're disgusting, you're powerless. You have to get down on your fucking knees, you're sinful, get down on your knees and beg for mercy. All of this. And there is an unspoken agreement, there is an unspoken contractual arrangement between the soul traveler and the demonic frequency, the psychopathic frequency, the black hand, call it whatever you like, the forces of darkness. All of that is internalized. We believe all of it. It's all a fucking lie. All of it. It's all a lie. The whole thing. This whole thing is a lie. Death is a lie. Old age is a lie. History is a lie. It's all a fucking lie. It's all part of the evil spell. But we accept it into us as truth. Yeah. And we live it. We don't thrive until we begin to awaken, and then often enough we thrive even less for a long time, because we have to face all this darkness within us, which isn't even our darkness, because you see, and here is the ultimate truth is that we have always remained pure, despite all the putrid filth levied upon us and put in us by the fucking devils. It's all theirs. Because what is evil when you really look at it? When you ask yourself the question, what is evil? Well, that is it. It's right in front of you all the time. Evil feels so worthless it doesn't deserve to exist. It totally and utterly hates itself. It gnaws at its own entrails in the putrid darkness. Bitter envy. So Jay talks about how these narcissistic parents often actually hate, envy their own offspring. Because the soul traveler child is radiant, powerful, creative, compassionate, and oh, they hate all of that. So they set out to utterly annihilate us. And we're there, we're back against the wall with children. Where are you going to go? I mean, for me, that devil, my mother, enlisted everybody. Flying monkey syndrome. Come with me, she's bad, she's bad. I was totally scapegoated at home, by family. I don't even want to use that word, man. They were devils, all of them. Devils. At school, in the neighborhood, in the extended family, not one person had my back. I have no idea how I survived it. I'm not going to go into details about it because I'm going to start getting really upset, because I knew and I understood, and I've done this work before many times, but listening to Jay's videos has showed it to me deeper, wider, more, and it was necessary. It had to happen because right now something is happening in a big way in this world. There are fucking demonic faces in the sky. We are in Armageddon. We are in it. The final battle between the forces of evil and the forces of light. The psychopathic frequency, the black hand, the narcissist, call it what you will. It's been at us from the minute we were fucking born. We were scapegoated and brutalized and gaslit. And at the center of all of this, which has allowed it to go on for as long as it has, is that contractual arrangements I feel that we made with these fucking devils to believe that we are worthless and powerless and shame, that we are the embodiment of shame and disgustingness, and we're sinful and we're dirty and we're bad and we're guilty and we're powerless. And my mother used to say this to me over and over again. You moet buigen, meaning you have to bend to my will. She used to terrorize the fuck out of me. I mean, even now my nervous system is, wow, you know, and I've done a lot of work on that, and the work continues. And I have to reiterate this, believe it all, my being, that love always wins in the end, always, because love is far more powerful than evil. Because hey guys, why do these fucking devils spent all that time and all that ferocity and all that force and all that agitation in making us believe, usurping our free will too, forcing through these contractual arrangements. Because what is it they do not want us to do? They don't want us to love. Yeah. That is what I've been feeling in the last couple of weeks more than ever before, and especially since watching those videos by Jay Reed there. It reminds me of how Harry Potter survived the attack by Voldemort. And it was love, his mother. Remember, she's there by the crib saying, Harry, I love you. Mummy loves you. And that is exactly what I've been doing to and with myself. I love you, and I've been doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that because literally I know we are under attack. I can feel it. I can feel the putrid nastiness. I can feel it. It's everywhere. I know others are feeling it too. Somebody posted it on Facebook and I was like, yeah. The oldest magic. Love. 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 And to forgive ourselves for having come into this place, for having been with our back against the wall, cowering as little children. No way out. So what do? Okay, I will accept that I'm powerless. I will accept that I'm worthless and I don't really deserve to exist. I will accept all of that and, to appease the narcissist devil. Because to stand up and say no would levy a mountain of unimaginable shit onto you. I was quite a feisty, I've always been quite feisty. I'm very strong at the core of me. All soul travelers are. We are incredibly strong. Tenacious, incredibly tenacious individuals. I keep telling you all this, how incredible you are. They took all of that away from us. You can say that to yourself, I'm so incredible, and you can sort of conceptualize it, but do you feel it? Do you feel it? Bet you don't still. Well, maybe you do a bit, but not quite as much as you ought to. Because they took it all away from us. They annihilated our free will. By making us believe that I am here, and I'm this narc devil, pretending to be your parent, torturing the fuck out of you. The only way you're going to survive it is by accepting that what they're doing to you is that's the truth, and and you learn to cope. Jay does videos on how we did that. We learn to cope. We have different ways in which we cope. We have different words for that. But we exist, and there's no doubt about it, in a state of extreme, complex PTSD. No wonder we never fucking get anywhere and going around in circles. No wonder we become drug addicts or alcohol addicts or sex addicts or fuck knows what. No wonder we can't function. And there is that sense of self-hate in... first of all, they make you hate yourself because that is what evil is. Evil hates itself. Evil is the annihilator, It is, in the never-ending story, it's called the nothing. And that is exactly what it is, because when you look on the external, Agenda 21 or the Georgia Guidestones, well, it isn't about that. Oh, we care so much about nature. Do you fuck? Evil, if it were allowed to carry on and on and on existing, it would annihilate every last blade of grass because it wants there to be nothing. It's pure fucking hate. Self-hate. That's it. That's what it is. And it has projected itself into us, and that is where we battle it. Because once we defeat it within ourselves, using the power of love, it cannot exist anywhere else either. It's like that whole Horcrux thing, in Harry Potter. It's a bit like that. Because Harry Potter, remember, was a Horcrux. And if you haven't watched those films, I strongly suggest that you do. They're very meaningful. They may not be meaningful to you actually, but you'll have your own shit, your own books or stories or films or whatever that's meaningful, or dreams and visions for that matter, you know. Whatever it is that strengthens you and helps you to stand in your light now. Adhere to it, hold on to it, allow it to, you know, to give you succor. Contractual arrangements that we have made innocently when faced with great putrid evil in the form of a parent or parents and family all circling around us, hungry demons seeking to feed of that power and that light that is a soul traveler. Oh boy, unbelievable. But yeah, that is exactly what happens. And so I think we need to start by forgiving ourselves for having given away our power and allowing these devils to usurp us like that and to tell us a pack of lies. We need to start there. It wasn't our fault. We were with our back against the wall. We knew we needed to survive. And at that point we did not understand, perhaps on a conscious level, because we were small children, that we came here to go through this in order to understand what evil is and to neutralize it and heal it and alchemize it. It is a quest after all. The Holy Grail is love, the light reset, the great healing, or something like that. Because even now it's there. Oh, you know, it isn't. Oh no, evil always wins. There's still so many people who have that program running the show, I included. I hate it, but there it is. It is not something that you can choose not to feel. You're not going to heal by saying, oh yeah, but just stop thinking that and stop feeling that, because it doesn't work that way. Because again, you see, when this thing happens in your childhood, what happens in the astral sense is that you are implanted with all these electromagnetic devices every fucking where over you, in you. Etheric implants. These things serve, there is, say, a program, a bit of information. It has a story attached to it, something that happened, where you may have done something wrong. You're made to get it wrong all the time anyway. You're manipulated and gaslit in such a way that you behave a certain way, which they then use against you. They say, oh, look at you. You see, that proves how bad you are and how worthless you are. You see, that's what they do. Right. So that then becomes this coded, let's call it like a disc. Because you did this, that proves that you are, in fact, as worthless and disgusting as evil says you are. Ergo, you deserve to be put through this and to be tortured like that, and you deserve to suffer. And these are specific types of informations like that create a construct of what type of, like a blueprint, as it were, for your life. Like you're going to attract that, you're going to create that, you're going to create that. Because we are creator beings, and this is how it uses our consciousness against us. It uses our free will against us, you see? It gets you to behave a certain way. You're constantly being told, you're constantly being, evil puts itself into you, it projects itself onto you and into you, and then gets you to behave a certain way because you're severely traumatized, and then says, see, that proves how worthless and disgusting you are. You will have to be punished for that. Karma, call it whatever you like. And that is how these things work. They're put in certain parts of your body as well. Like say your liver, or this area. The liver is an elimination organ. So something is put there to stop you from being able to alchemize it. Trauma is the seal. It could be a memory of something very traumatic that is stuck within you. It's very difficult to put this into words, but I have seen it many, many times. And for several years now, I've been seeing these. Literally an image shows up in my head of a metallic creature, which I'm gonna actually draw this if I can. Sorry guys. It's they look a bit like that, and they've got little hooks coming out of them. Ho-ho. Okay, like that. Okay, and they're metallic, and you know, you'll find there's a lot of them here over your heart space just to prevent you from feeling, to prevent you from loving. And each and every one of those, and there's often more than one, is some sort of program based on something that you did, because they made you. They make us do this all the time. It's like, for example, something as simple as like you chuck something in the bin, and it's like, oh, look how bad you are, look how bad you are, you're such a bad person because you're chucking that in the bin. Or you're such a bad person because you ate some fish. Or you know, when I was a child, this happened to me all the time, They guilt trip the fuck out of us. This is how they, you know, wow. This is a very big thing. This is a very big thing. And Jay Reid's channel is very, very good, but of course he doesn't get the bigger picture so much. He doesn't understand that this happens not just in your childhood, but in this realm. That's the name of the game. Ooh. Everybody has that contractual shit going on. That is why they're all getting the, you know, which, by the way, there's some interesting shit going on with regards to that as well. And magnets, look it up, guys. Hugo Talks, I think, does a video on that. But anyway, it's all about obedience, it's all about subjugation, so that it can use our power to create this shit. Guilt programming, shame programming, you're so bad, you don't deserve to exist, and because it wants this, because this is where it lives, right? Hence the etheric implants. That's what it's all about. It's all about, well, shoplifting. See how bad you are, guilt, something, you know, or even sexual abuse, which you're made to feel really, really bad. You're made to feel as if you did that, you made that happen. Boom, another implant. There, could be anywhere really. To keep you trapped, to keep it locked into you. So that you, because of all the insane distortions you carry that are trapped through these implants, all these programs, that you deserve to be punished. It's all very karmic. Ergo, you are going to have this experience. So you have these really bad relationships with people that beat you up or try and murder you or, you know, whatever. Because that is what it does. It's using your consciousness to create these evil experiences, right? It's using your consciousness because you have these evil experiences, right? Which then reinforce the whole thing, make you behave a certain way, make you think a certain way, make you feel a certain way. It's all very nervous system and ooh, and fear, hate, rage, nastiness and woo. And that energetic construct then has a massive impact on your world. You draw in these types of people, you draw in those types of experiences, and until you begin to awaken and the tables begin to turn and the maverick effect begins to start the utilization protocols, as it were, you are trapped in that evil construct that they have, you know. And that is what these etheric implants are all about. I know I'm probably not very good at putting this into words at all. But it's the best I can do, guys. You know, I will no doubt revisit it at some point. I mean, suffice it to say that several weeks before I had this horrible experience that I talk about in that video, Feeling and Facing the Fear at the Core, I saw a massive metallic helmet-like thing which went into my jaw, into my upper here and there. It had a massive bolt here. This was all to do with my pineal gland. you see, which is a very big thing in this world. This is our creation. It is a symbol, as it were, for, it's like a projector in a cinema, and it's a symbol for our powers of creation. When we are in our true power as a soul traveler and are fully actualized as an infinite creator being of infinite unconditional love and harmonious creativity, it projects and creates, you know, incredibleness. But because evil is in situ in such a way, through the narcissistic abuse and the scapegoating and all of that, and all the etheric implants, it has us all like, and it creates what is happening now. Okay, so, wow. Evil gets really, 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 really angry when it's losing